cannot stand. We must act now, Visuli!
Oh, that's outrageous!
I won't back down!
I used to believe there was nothing left that could shock me. After fake badges. After illegal construction. After threats, intimidation, and sleepless nights. I thought I had seen the worst the HOA could throw at me. I was wrong. Because episode 20 wasn't about noise complaints or fines. It wasn't about property lines or community rules. This was about power. And what happens when people who abuse it realize they're about to lose everything. The calm before the storm. The morning started strangely quiet. No letters taped to my gate. No HOA trucks cruising slowly past my house. No passive-aggressive emails flooding my inbox. Just silence. The kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels calculated. I stood on my porch, coffee in hand, staring down the long dirt road leading to my property. The sky was overcast, clouds hanging low, like the world itself was holding its breath. I had learned something important over the past few months. When the HOA goes quiet, it means they're planning something big. The meeting notice. At exactly 9:07 a.m., my phone buzzed. An email. Subject: Mandatory Emergency HOA Assembly, Attendance Required. I laughed. Required. I muttered to myself. For who? I opened the email. They claimed there was an urgent matter affecting community safety and compliance, and that all property owners were expected to attend at the clubhouse by noon. But what really caught my attention was the final line. Failure to attend may result in immediate enforcement action. That was new. Threatening enforcement for missing a meeting. Desperate move. I knew right then. They were scared. Walking into enemy territory. The HOA clubhouse looked different that day. Not physically, but emotionally. The parking lot was packed. Neighbors stood in small groups, whispering, looking over their shoulders. Some avoided eye contact with me. Others nodded quietly, like soldiers acknowledging a fellow survivor. Inside, the air was thick. Fear. Anger. Curiosity. The HOA board sat at the front like judges in a courtroom. The president, the same woman who once claimed my land belonged to the community, sat stiffly, jaw clenched. Beside her were stacks of papers. Too many papers. The opening lie. She stood up. Cleared her throat. And smiled. We are gathered today, she said, to address serious violations that threaten the harmony of our neighborhood. Harmony. That word again. She went on about unauthorized behavior, non-compliance, and owners refusing lawful oversight. Then she said my name. Every head turned. She accused me of obstructing HOA operations. Encouraging dissent among residents. Refusing inspections. Creating a hostile environment. I let her talk. Because I knew something she didn't. The evidence they didn't expect. When she finally paused, I stood up. Slowly. Calmly. I'd like to respond, I said. She tried to interrupt me. I didn't stop. I pulled out a folder, thick, organized, labeled. Inside were county land records, zoning permits, environmental impact reports, contractor invoices, security footage screenshots, email chains, audio transcripts. And then, the final piece. A letter. On official letterhead. From the county attorney's office. The room went silent. I began reading. The truth hits the room. The letter stated that the HOA had no legal authority over my property. Had violated zoning laws. Had falsified documents. Had engaged in harassment. Had conducted unauthorized construction. Was under active investigation. Gasps echoed around the room. The HOA president's face went pale. One board member stood up and whispered, "This wasn't part of the plan." I continued. I showed the security footage of HOA contractors trespassing. I played audio recordings of threats. I displayed emails where board members admitted they needed to pressure me. Every lie they told collapsed. The HOA tries to flip the script. Desperate, the president raised her voice. "This meeting is not the place for legal theatrics." The crowd turned on her. Someone shouted, "Then why did you lie to us?" Another yelled, "You fined us illegally." A woman near the back stood up crying. "They threatened to take my home." The room erupted. This wasn't a meeting anymore. It was a reckoning. The police arrive. Then the doors opened. 2 uniformed officers walked in. Behind them, a man in a suit carrying a briefcase. The county investigator. He introduced himself calmly. And then said the words that changed everything. "This HOA board is hereby ordered to cease all enforcement actions effective immediately." Chaos. The president tried to speak. He stopped her. "Several board members are under investigation for fraud, harassment, and abuse of authority." One board member left the room. Another sat down shaking. Neighbors find their voices. One by one, residents spoke. Stories poured out. Illegal fines. Threats. Forced compliance. Selective enforcement. Retaliation. People I thought were silent. Had just been afraid. Until now. The investigator took notes. The officers watched carefully. The HOA president finally sat down. Defeated. The final announcement. The investigator addressed everyone. "This HOA will be placed under temporary oversight. The current board is suspended pending further review." Suspended. Just like that. Years of intimidation. Gone in one sentence. He turned to me. "Thank you for documenting everything." I nodded. This wasn't victory. This was accountability. Walking out free. As people filed out, neighbors stopped me. Some apologized. Some thanked me. Some just shook my hand silently. Outside, the sky had cleared. Sunlight broke through the clouds. For the first time in months. My chest felt light. The HOA president walked past me without a word. No threats. No authority. Just another person who had pushed too far. The aftermath. That night, I sat on my porch again. Same boards. Same land. Same quiet. But everything felt different. Because fear had changed sides. HOAs survive on silence, on confusion, on intimidation. And episode 20 proved one thing. When the truth shows up prepared, power collapses. Closing words. This wasn't just my fight. It was everyone's. And if you're watching this thinking, could this happen to me? Yes. But now you know something they don't want you to know. They only win when you stay quiet.